shows every Sunday.
Bah humbug, everybody. It's your boy B-Rob, and I'm back with another by God holiday edition of the Random Ramblings with Rob podcast. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you festive holiday motherfuckers, for coming back each and every week, or however you listen to podcasts. Bah humbug. And if you're a first-time listener, I appreciate your hard-earned time and attention that you're paying me to listen to this. And if anybody recommended you to me, which those motherfuckers should have, bah humbug, go ahead and lean over and give them a crisp high five. Or if you want to be a Scrooge-like individual like me, bah humbug, and you don't want to touch another motherfucker for giving them thanks and shit like that, for recommending you to a good podcast, bah humbug, pick up your social media app of choice and send them a well-crafted DM and tell them thank you for recommending this Scrooge-like motherfucker to you. Speaking of social media, you can find the Random Ramblings with Rob on various social media platforms throughout all the year, and not just the holidays like this one, bah humbug. You can find me on Twitter at 3R Show. You can find me on Instagram at The 3R Show. And you can find video interviews that I've done with guests on YouTube by searching 3R Show. And I think all my video game libraries have depleted from Facebook gaming and Twitch because I haven't been doing shit in a long time. Bah humbug. It's because of this freaking holiday that I hadn't been doing any video game stuff on stream. So bah humbug to the holidays. And yeah, for anything that I may have forgotten to mention, you can go to randomrob.com. randomrob.com to where you can find merchandise and other means to help support the show and cut costs during these holiday seasons. Bah humbug. So go to randomrob.com and buy yourself a hat or a shirt or something like that there. And when you're on randomrob.com, you will find the sponsor, Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Delicious rubs and spices for all your culinary needs during these bah humbug holiday seasons. So put some great seasonings all over your foods. Go to hooksrub.com and you can get 15% off your order if you use promo code random. Bah hum. All right. I'm pretty sure y'all got tired of that for a little bit. I even had some knockoff royalty-free background music to be all festive and shit. So you're welcome for suffering through that horrible intro. But fuck the holidays. I think I've said this before. I think after October 31st, I kind of check out and everything because damn, I don't know. Now that I'm an adult, I mean, I've been an adult for quite some time now, but I'm embracing the feeling. I'm embracing the hate of the holiday season. I mean, I don't hate it. I love the time off. I love the bonus pay that I'm afforded, but I'm just over it, man. I mean, I enjoy October more than November and December. And, you know, people brought it up, and even we was talking about it over on RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk, which I am now a part of. You can find us every Wednesday live right after AEW Dynamite. So about 9 p.m. ish Central Time. So you can check us out if you want to hear wrestling shenanigans on a weekly basis live on social media. So we was talking about they preferred Thanksgiving over Christmas because of all the delicious foods you can take in during the holiday of Thanksgiving. So I'm like, fuck Thanksgiving as a whole because of, you know how that went, boats and decimation of Native Americans and so on and so forth. So fuck that aspect of it. But I get the togetherness. I dig the family aspect of it. Like I said, I enjoy the time off and the holiday pay. So more of that, please. But I don't cook, so my wife has to bear all the brunt of the culinary needs for the holiday. And then we make all this food. There's only so many of us in the house, me, my wife, and the baby, because the older two moved out. So she make all this food, and my wife and the baby, the young daughter, they don't like to eat leftovers. My wife can't go more than 2 days of eating the same thing before she get tired of it and don't want to eat the shit no more. So I'm being generous in saying 2 days. It's usually the night after, and then fuck them foods. And I am burdened with the load of trying to dispose of all this stuff. I'm trying to eat it, take much of it to work as I can, share it, or ultimately it just get wind up thrown out. And I think that's wasteful as fuck. And then the baby just processed food ass child and shit want to eat ramen noodles and microwave pizzas and all this other bullshit. So it's hard to get her to eat regular food, and it's somebody's fault. That's not B-Rob. So I'm just saying. And then, like I said, I just don't like all the extra food. Meal prepping is one thing. You make food enough to last the week, to take to work during lunch periods and all kinds of things. I mean, I'm down with that. I can get that or whatever. I can handle those leftovers because I got a fridge at work. I can take the bulk of it to work, leave it in the fridge, and, chip away at it throughout the week. But holiday foods, that's a whole bunch of different shit. And then if we decide not to cook during Thanksgiving and go to somebody else's house, so, obviously, there's less we have to do, but I already went over my travel woes about being here in Houston, because anywhere that we go for a Thanksgiving meal, we're going to have to travel to. So, like I said, many times before, I live in Houston. Well, up north of Houston. I live in Spring, Texas. My brother lives in Sugar Land, Texas, which is south of Houston. So, you think of Houston as the nucleus, the middle of Houston. And I live up to the north of Houston. My brother lives to the south west of Houston. So, if I didn't have my veteran plates, I would have to take the normal highways and byways to get there. And it would damn near take me well over an hour to get to my brother's house. And that's just being in the same general area, And then if I want to go to my parents' house, that's a thing. But my parents are 90 and about to be 80 years old, and they don't cook like that. So we will ultimately wind up going to somebody else's house. And, that's still travel. That's 2.5 to 3 hours of travel, and then, hotel stays or, doubling up and tripling up at somebody's house and all this stuff. So, I'm not with all that. I bought a home. I have my own space because this is where I like to be and chill or whatever. So there's a whole bunch of whoop-de-doo-whoop. And then the goddamn worst, Christmas. So I'm just speaking for myself. I'm just speaking for me. My wife loves the holidays. The kids obviously love the holidays because they get shit. But this is my whole thing about it. For 364 days a year, I get whatever the fuck I want. I get all the things that I need. I get all the things that I want and desire throughout the year. So why are we spending a special one-time thing a year to get these special mementos, these special gifts, when I do this shit all goddamn year? Why my children got to wait to this one single solitary day to get special gifts and all kinds of bullshit like that? When if they do right and do what they're supposed to, they get whatever the fuck they want throughout the year. Not to mention birthdays, which is a holiday in itself, celebrating the life that was created. So, that's like a secondary Christmas. I would put that over a regular, I put a birthday over regular Christmas. So fuck that. Then what? I'm married, so anniversaries, I put that over Christmas, So what the fuck? But once again, I enjoy the time off. I enjoy the holiday pay. Did not enjoy Walmart being closed. But hey, I did get a gift this year. I got a couple of gifts, and I'm grateful for it. I mean, people to think enough of me to, give me things. I got a $50 gift card for Walmart. As soon as this recording is over, I'm going there and spend that shit. So, and then I got some shirts and a pair of pants from the wife. I got some propeller cages for my drone that Mrs. B. Rob got me, and some propeller storage sleeves. So you put, whenever you're storing your drone, you put it over the propeller so that propellers won't be flinging and swinging all over the place. So Miss B. Rob got me that. I got the $50 Walmart gift card. My pops gave me a couple dollars and everything. And that was about it. For me, for a holiday that I shunned and I shake my fist at, bah humbug. But, I told my wife this year, this was the first year that I aired my grievances about the holiday season. Like, I told her, I was like, you don't have to get me shit for Christmas. And, her response was like, I mean, you do so many things, but I'm still going to get you something. And I was like, well, you don't have to worry about it. I mean, I get, just as I explained, I get everything I want throughout the whole year. I mean, Christmas is just blah, So I doubt if I get anything from her next year. I mean, she said she would, but I don't know. We'll see how it go. I mean, and then I don't really ask for anything. And then I do have Amazon wish lists that she is a part of. She has access to. She asks me what I want all the time. And I was like, I got an Amazon wish list. Why don't you get it? But Miss B-Rob thing is, she don't go to the top of the list where all the things that I really want, the high value targets are. She go to the bottom of the list. Hence why I got propeller protectors and propeller cages for my drone and some t-shirts and a pair of pants. Those were on my list, but those weren't the high value targets. I'm not going to say that Miss B. Rob is a bad gift giver, but so yeah. And then today, this is Sunday as I record this, the day after Christmas, and we're going to make that journey to my brother's house and everything, which we haven't been to his house in well over a year or so now, maybe even more because of, pandemic stuff. And like I said, it's so goddamn far, and then, they have a son with special needs and everything. And I think his mother-in-law was there as well. And, we didn't have a handle as much on the COVID thing previous time as we do now, to, a lesser extent or greater extent, however you look at it. But, it was kind of weary with those people being over at their house to go over there, just being cautious. So it's been a while since we've been over to my brother's house, and we're going to go do that today, this afternoon. And exchange gifts and hang out and be merry and stuff. I'm going to hook up his Wi-Fi network because he's had a garbage-ass Wi-Fi network for as long as I can remember. And I got some extra Eero networking pods that I have and that I'm going to install at his house to give him some better connectivity and whatnot. Or at least I think it'll help. But remains to be seen. And that's about it, man. I'm enjoying being a part of the RBR neighborhood and the RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk podcast. So, that was a holiday treat for me, And, yeah, that's about it, man. I ain't got too much. I just wanted to shit on this holiday, bah humbug and everything. I got some guests lined up coming here pretty soon. I'm just trying to finalize dates and times and whatnot. Because my work schedule, it's weird. I was complaining and bitching about how I worked so much that it disrupted the ebbs and flows of a 3R show here. I don't have frequent guests as I normally did. and everything, and it's just in disarray. It's my mood, my vibe toward the podcast is just hella different now because of the disruption at work and everything. I was just there all the time more than I was at home, so I wasn't able to record and schedule properly like before. But now it's the inverse. Now I'm getting a lot of time off. I'm working less, which is good and bad because I'm not getting paid as much as I used to when I was working a whole bunch, but good in the aspect that I'm freed up to do things more often now, watching movies with the kid and being able to go visit home, my parents and shit more. I talked about it before to where I went home and had to clean up the house and everything. And I hauled away 4 truckloads of garbage and just things for Goodwill because my mom is a goddamn, what's that, a hoarder. She hoards shit and she just buys shit for no good reason or whatever. I mean, it's not bad when she buys shit for me, but but yeah, I had to go clean that shit up. And then there's some other structural integrity issues with the house or whatever. So it's causing my parents to move out, which they'll be, working on that soon. So I'm glad to have somewhat of a light work schedule so I can go home and assist with the moving of items and things, which I'm not looking forward to, but hey, it's my parents. I got to do what I got to do. So yeah. Fuck the holidays. Thank you for listening. I mean, that's all I really got for y'all. I appreciate you for tuning in through these dire times of 3R show. Not going to lie. I've had the thought of hanging it up, lingering over my head, but I don't want to stop. I've taken on the responsibility of being a host of RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk, and I have been, throwing myself more into the community over that way. I mean, it's not like the Random Rounds with Rob fosters a community rather than it does, I don't know, I would say maybe a peer group and whatnot. I am click tight with a lot of fellow podcasters because of my podcast and everything. And I loan myself to the efforts of other people to, help them with their podcasts and just, 3R show is for the networking aspect of things. And, I enjoy that. I enjoy meeting the people. I enjoy, keeping up and just making the connections with the guests that I have of this show. Hundreds of people walk through the hallowed halls of Random Rambles with Rob. And I like to say that I keep in touch with the majority of all of them and everything. And I love that aspect of it. But 3R show ain't going nowhere. If you've been doing podcasts as long as this or longer or, shorter in some aspects, these thoughts linger around all the time. I had a thought to where that if I was going to kill the show, that it would only be after 500 episodes. And shit, hell, this is 306, I think. So it's a long way to go. That's another couple of years. So yeah. I'll be doing this for a while. And then, who knows how long I'll be doing I'm about to say 3R show again, but Random Rambles with Rob. God damn it. This is what I'm doing now. I'm talking about RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk. Who knows how long I'll be over there doing that. Like I said, I enjoy the community over there. So, yeah. It's going to be fun. It's a lot of things coming up. So, keep on listening. Spread the word. Support your boy. Support RBR Weekly Wrestling Talk. Support, all the podcasts that you listen to. Throw them a dollar here and there every now and then. Support their Patreons. Buy their merch and everything like that. And just show them your appreciation. Like, retweet, share the shit and whatnot. You don't have to pay money. It's appreciated, but you don't have to do it. Just engage, retweet, share, like, tell a friend to tell a friend. Do all those things to help support your favorite podcasts and everything. And with that being said, you can find me on Twitter at 3R Show, Instagram at the 3R Show, which hopefully I can get 3R Show on Instagram here soon. I've even went through legal procedures to get a trademark for 3R Show. So that'll be officially mine here in the next couple of weeks. And shout out to Black Rambo. Black Rambo owns the trademark for Black Rambo. So shout outs to him and everything. The dude's doing big things, great things, and I'm proud of the guy. So give Black Rambo a follow on Instagram at Black Rambo TV. And then his YouTube has went over 1 million subscribers. So that's fucking awesome. But yeah, go to randomrob.com, find many different ways to support the show. And don't forget the sponsor, Hooks, Rubs, and Spices. Go to hooksrub.com and use that promo code RANDOM for 15% off your order. And happy holidays, motherfuckers. And I'll see you next time.